Hello everyone, we are ready to get started on the basics of taxes, our next unit. It's a very short unit. I will be clicking on Moodle quickly to show you that this is Unit 3, Taxes. And in this unit, I have your presentation that I'll be going through right now. If you'd like to see it again, you may check that out. The note-taking guide is right here. You can also print that off, or I'll be giving you a printed out copy, and then the quiz that you'll take at the end. So we'll spend just a little bit of time talking about taxes. So let's get started. What are taxes? Remember, you can pause whenever you need to if you want to add these to your note-taking guide. Taxes are a sum of money demanded by a government to support the government itself, as well as specific facilities or services. It's paid by taxpayers, and those are people who pay a tax to national, state, county, or municipal, which is city, town governments. So we all pay taxes in different ways. We are all taxpayers, and we'll talk about all those different types of taxes in this presentation. So are you a taxpayer? I already gave you that answer. Yes, you are. Think about what you pay taxes for right now. So taxes, why do we do that? It leads us into this community discussion. A community is a group of people with common interests and concern for the common good. So we're part of the United States, our state of Wisconsin, county, Outagamie and Wapaka County, and part of New London. And we're all a part of that. Benefits of being part of a community: we have roads, public schools, libraries, police and fire departments, military for national security, parks, trails, and lots of other things. And so that's part of the reason why we have taxes. Without taxes, we would not be able to have these things. Can you imagine a community without roads, without libraries, without police and fire departments? Some things are more important to others, but in the end, all of these are benefits of a community, and by paying taxes, we can benefit from these things. So you are better off being in a community than by yourself. As a community member, we receive many benefits we couldn't pay for individually, like buying a new road. And so taxes are a way we provide for one another. So how do we benefit? You can make a list of things you use or benefit from that were funded by taxes, or you can just think about it. And then think about how these items contribute to your well-being. Definitely without fire departments, imagine what could happen without police departments. Libraries are very important. Roads are very important. All kinds of things that are beneficial to us. And what would you do if you didn't have these items? It'd be easy to say, oh, we'll just sit home, but that's not the way we want our world to work. We want to benefit from all the things that we can. So how do we pay taxes? These are the 5 main types that we'll be talking about in this presentation: income, payroll, property, sales, and excise tax. So let's start with income. Income tax is tax on earned and unearned income. So that's the money coming in. Earned income is from your job, working for pay, wages, and salaries. Unearned income is money you get from sources other than employment. Interest from a savings account would be unearned income. Perhaps a scholarship that you receive would be unearned income. It's money that you're getting and it's not from a job. Federal tax plus state tax equals our income tax. And tax is determined by earned and unearned income for federal income tax. The higher the income, the more tax you pay. This is a progressive tax. Majority of the people living in the United States pay this tax, and it helps fund the federal government. So if you want to fill in your notes, that's your federal income tax information. It also funds education, defense of the nation, and disaster relief. Now, state income tax is also earned and unearned income, and also is progressive. The more you make, the more you pay. Not all states have a state income tax. Our state does. But not every state does. You can look up different examples of some states that don't. And then it varies by state depending on what it's going to help fund. Examples are state highways and then the state government. Does our state have it? Yes, it does. And you can Google states without state income tax if you'd like to find more about that. Payroll tax is a tax on earned income that supports Social Security and Medicare, and that's FICA is what it's called, for Social Security and Medicare together. It's a set percentage of your earned income, and it's deducted out of your paycheck, so it's taken off before you get your actual amount of your check. Individuals who earn income from working for pay are paying it, and employers. So your boss pays it, and you pay it, and it pays for Social Security and Medicare. Social Security, the purpose is for people who are retired, people with profound disabilities, or children who have lost a parent. Also a person with children who has experienced the death of a spouse. So all of those go with Social Security, and that is 6.2% of your earned income. It actually decreased a few years back, but it is 6.2% currently. And then there is an annual maximum. Medicare, the purpose is to pay for health care for senior citizens. That is 1.45% of earned income, and there is no limit on that, so you will always be paying Medicare taxes. Employers must also pay this. They match what their employees pay. So if my check, I was deducted $20 for Social Security, my employer would also pay $20. So that's another example of that. Self-employed people pay both employee and employer contributions. So when people complain about high taxes, business taxes, that's one of the things that they may be referring to. The difference between income tax and payroll tax is shown in this document here. It's paid on both earned and unearned income taxes. The amount paid depends on many different factors, but increases in income increases, and it funds many different operations and programs of the federal government. Payroll tax is only on earned income. It's a set percentage of the earned income is paid, and it funds Social Security and Medicare. So that's the difference between these two taxes, so that you understand that they are not the same, that they are different taxes. Going to property tax next. It's a tax on property, such as land, building, including your homes and vehicles. It's determined by the percentage of the property value, depending on where you live, and the property owners pay that. The fee to license a car is considered a property tax. So if you've had to pay a licensing fee for your car, you've paid a property tax. Otherwise, your parents or anybody who owns property are paying that. Schools, this helps fund and expenses of state and local government. Sales tax is the tax you pay on goods and services when you buy them, a percentage added to the original price of an item. If there's 6% tax on $1, you'd pay $1.06, and that's paid by anyone who purchases an item. So when you go to any store and you buy something, you're paying sales tax. Some states actually don't have sales tax. I believe Minnesota is one of them, but you'd have to check. And it helps to fund expenses of state and local government. So we do have sales taxes here. And actually, Outagamie counties is less than Wapaka counties. Outagamie is 5% and Wapaka is 5.5%. Excise tax, the last one we'll talk about, is taxes collected from the seller or retailer and are often hidden in the price of a product or service. So these are the items that have excise tax: gas, hotel rooms, airline tickets, cigarettes, and alcohol. You might not think you're paying taxes, but it's hidden in the cost of the item that you buy. And anyone who buys these items will pay that tax. It varies by location, and it pays for state and local governments. So tax rates, how are they determined? By public representatives, the people that we elect to our legislators in Congress, and the taxpayers are the voters, so work as a voting group to elect representatives, and they'll represent the majority and help with our tax rates. Taxes play a role in both earning and spending, and they're one of the largest expenses for many people. If you remember from your simulation, a lot of our taxes were close to 30% of our income. So understanding where these taxes come from is an important part of money management. So in conclusion, without taxes, it'd be hard to pay for many of the benefits of being a member of a community. Taxes are charged in many different forms. The amount of taxes you pay and what you pay those taxes on will vary depending upon where you live and your income. And understanding taxes is an important part of money management. So I hope you understand taxes better and follow along to see what you are going to do next.